The story takes place at a time when humans and non-humans lived in the same society. The Lion Kingdom was almost wiped out thanks to the misdeeds of the demon clan, but was saved by the efforts of the kingdom's third princess, Elizabeth, and a group of powerful but terrible knights known as the Seven Deadly Sins. With the return of peace to the Lion Kingdom after its almost complete annihilation by the demon race, Elizabeth and the Seven Deadly Sins decide to celebrate the king's birthday by preparing many dishes at the Boar Hat Tavern. The leader of the Deadly Sins, Meliodas, and his talking piggy companion Hawk search Skyfish for a recipe that lands above the clouds and outside the Sky Palace after stumbling across a well in the nearby forest that they discover as a portal. The Heavenly Castle is home to a race of winged people known as Heavenly, descendants of the race of the goddess who have been watching over an Endura-type demon sealed in their land since the end of the ancient war 3,000 years ago. But as a group of demons calling themselves the Six Knights of the Black attack the Celestials and free the Endura, they force a young Celestial named Salad, Meliodas and Hawk to inadvertently bring into his people's land while he is on the quest after the legendary white pig Oshiro makes, whose power was used to seal evil. Salad eventually encounters the other Deadly Sins, who took him to be Meliodas because of their similar appearance, but manages to convince them to come with him when Meliodas went through a similar case of false identity with the Heavenly Ones. When the Seven Deadly Sins confront the Six Black Knights with the support of the Heavenly Warriors, it becomes clear that the leader of the Black Knights, Belian, is an upper-class demon who was denied membership in the Ten Commandments by Meliodas in the past. Belian was a massively powerful member of the demon clan, and fought in the ancient holy war against the goddess clan. His might earned him the leadership of an elite force known as the Six Knights of Black, though Belian aspired to rise up the ranks to join the most elite demon group, the Ten Commandments. To try and prove his worth, Belian attacked the celestial realm of the goddess and slaughtered their soldiers until he was captured by the Archangel Mael. However, Belian was saved by the son of the demon king and leader of the Ten Commandments, Meliodas. Belian attempts to earn Meliodas' favor by offering him aid in requesting membership in the Ten Commandments, but Meliodas refuses and calls him a hindrance. Belian's pride is hurt, and he swears to prove himself as powerful as Meliodas, and then surpass him. His self-centered goals and the lawless nature of the Six Knights of Black make even the Demon King abandon them. Belian and the Six Knights of Black launch an attack on the Sky Temple, and unleash an Endura to kill all in its path. However, before the Endura could wipe out the Celestials, a being known as the Great Oshiro defeated it, allowing the Goddess clan to capture Belian and the Six Knights of Black and imprison them within Egg Rock for 3,000 years. However, after 3,000 years, the Egg Rock begins to deteriorate, releasing the Six Knights of Black once more. The Holy Knight group known as the Seven Deadly Sins, led by a redeemed Meliodas, happens upon the Sky Temple as the Six Knights of Black escape and begin performing a ritual to unleash the Endura again. Belian attacks Meliodas, not recognizing him at first. The Celestials' head warrior, Zoria, comes to Meliodas' aid and attacks Belian with the winged sword, a sword specially designed to slay demons. Zoria cuts off Belian's arm, but Belian manipulates his severed limb to grab the sword and pierce Meliodas with it. Before he is able to kill Meliodas, the Seven Deadly Sins intervene and Belian is forced to temporarily retreat. With Meliodas dying and the other Knights of Black slain, Belian collects the souls of his fallen allies and sacrifices them to reawaken the Endura, whose dark power grants him a new arm and increased power. He seeks the beast on the most populated areas of the Sky Temple for maximum casualty. Seven Deadly Sins member Ban goes to stop Belian, but Belian proves too powerful and defeats Ban. Meliodas is rescued and goes to fight Belian again, and unleashes his demonic power, making Belian recognize him. Meliodas defeats Belian, but Belian tries one last attack, Death Burn, to incinerate the entire Sky Temple and everyone in it. However, this attack is countered by Meliodas' full counter ability, killing Belian. Belian, however, sacrifices his soul to the Endura with his dying breath to ensure that even dead he is too powerful, and the beast unstoppable. Meliodas is mortally wounded by the winged sword, a sacred sword specially forged to harm demons. But Salad, who insists that the Seven Deadly Sins insist that Meliodas be a good person, withdraws the sword and revives Meliodas. Despite this, the Seven Deadly Sins are able to destroy the Endura and save Sky Temple. Sins are celebrated as heroes and celebrate with the Heavenly Ones before they pick up a heaven fish and return to Leonis on Hawk's mother, who is known to have been Oshiro all along. Sometime later, King receives the cooked skyfish and is appalled by its terrible taste when Meliodas cooked it. Hawk decides to eat it for him and, to his shock, takes the shape of a skyfish. Right from the outset, Prisoners of the Sky was never going to be a substantial experience. But it does scratch an itch the way all the good shonen films do. The story is a self-contained mini-arc that puts the characters in an interesting scenario that you normally wouldn't see them in. In this case, there's fun to be had in the mistaken identity antics, which take up a good portion of the early part of the film. Fans of the pig mascot character Hawk and his mother, the giant green pig that carries the boar hat bar, will probably be pleased by their escapades in this film. The film opens with its best gags. Meliodas stumbles onto the Sky Palace, a land in the sky where everyone has wings, and is promptly mistaken for Sarada, the son of a warrior who has escaped to the earth. Sarada, for his part, comes across the 7 deadly sins and is mistaken as one of their own. I cracked up at a scene where Diane accidentally steps on Ban and reduces him to a bloodstain as Sarada watches in horror. Not only is it a moment of cartoony violence straight out of the Looney Tunes, it gets all the obligatory character introductions across without bogging the pace.